Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. Sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
All right, people, let's go. Happy Memorial Day. This is the third day of 3 off. It turned out to be gorgeous outside today. So I will be getting out there in it. Gonna make a trek to the Dollar Tree Plus. Not the Dollar Tree, the Dollar Tree Plus. But hopefully everybody has had a good weekend. I had a real fun one. Um, yeah, just got a lot of stuff done. Got some spring cleaning done. So we are officially tomorrow. We'll be in summer. So the humidity will start to come in, and I will be out there sweating to the oldies, so to speak. But I certainly hope you all had a good one, and a happy Memorial Day to all, and to all the people that have served and sacrificed in the country. If you don't know, we'll have a little moment of silence here for all the people who have given more, so that people like me can sit here and talk to you all. So, a moment of silence, please, for the fallen, for the fallen. All right, and we're back again. So I put the numbers in the chat, as you all like to say, the receipts on how many Americans have died. This doesn't, of course, include the Civil War and the Revolutionary War and War of 1812 and all that kind of stuff. Spanish American War. Well, we just threw in World War One and Two, Korean War, Vietnam War, and it doesn't include the War on Terror. Um, so again, Happy Memorial Day. I know the flags all over the country are at half staff, and so we're gonna just do a this is pretty much a Q&A, and you all can ask anything. It can be about any subject. The only question I see right now is the Pro coming out before Spider-Man 2? No, it does look like Spider-Man 2 is coming out this fall. The Pro won't be out till either mid. It's going to be, look for something around CES to be announced, possibly about a Pro, and we'll go from there. CES, I believe, is in February. I can't remember if it's January or February, but look for a possible announcement then about some new hardware from Sony. So, but with that said, they surprised you with their last conference they just had here when they showed the earplugs and the other stuff that they showed. So shout out to Sony for having that, by the way. So yeah, hello to all out there. But yeah, that did surprise me when they showed the earplugs and things like that. So but again, as far as I've heard multiple people saying that people should move off the press conference that they just had, or the showcase they just had. I didn't have an issue with the showcase. We showed that Saturday where Sony said they were going to show AAA stuff from their partners and indies, and at no time did they say they were going to concentrate on their first party stuff. And the longest demo I've seen was with Spider-Man 2, which is in 4K if you don't know. If you pull up YouTube, you watch it in 4K, it looks fantastic. And it's been confirmed that is an earlier build. That's not the final build. So why would they show the final build in May? So we'll have to just go from there. So do I still have the Xbox? Yes, I do. I don't have a headset for it, though. I actually bought a headset for the Xbox Saturday morning. I was all excited. I went to Target, got there at 8 o'clock, got home by 8:30, and tried every trick in the book. They don't have plug and play with their Xbox. I don't know why. It's extremely frustrating to have to go in there and tell it what it has. It should recognize this and set it up for me. It just didn't do it. So I got rid of the headset. So the Xbox is fine. It's exactly what I thought it would be. So, and this is the third year. So it's like, yeah, it's time for me to get one. I know Win Sweep says Happy Memorial Day, Craig. What's up with the Sony handheld? Well, it's coming. And again, the market, Jim Ryan had a press conference, or he had an interview where he said the Japan market is very important to them. And if you look at the Japan video game market, most people that are playing games are on handhelds. That's just the society that they have. And they are catering to that society. So it is what it is. It's not for me, but I don't plan on buying it. But I'm not gonna rip it apart or tear it down. To sit up there and have a Japanese company not concentrate on Japanese people to get their product is stupid. So here's what it is. How much would I think it'd go for? $299. I hope it's not $299. I hope it comes in between $199 and $249. But I have a sneaky suspicion it's gonna be $199. So you use your Pulse 3D for both PS5 and Xbox. See, I got the Pulse 3D to work for it, but I'm talking about I had an actual Xbox proprietary headset and it would not work. And I did everything. And apparently it's a problem because you could just type in headset issues with Series X or S, and all these videos come up on how to troubleshoot. So I'm not the only one. Again, to me, Microsoft, the plug and play feature is beautiful that they had back in the day. You just plugged it in and then something would pop up. Then it would take you to the equalizer. I couldn't even get it to recognize I had the headset in. Like it would say headset plugged in. I turned all the speakers off and directed to the headset. Nothing worked. And the headset worked because I plugged it into my phone and I listened to about 30 minutes of JTech's podcast with it on. So would have been nice to keep it, but that's fine. I'll just use the Pulse. So that's what I'm going to do. So $199 to $249 for the Sony if you're the handheld thing, which it's not for me. I really understand what happened now was there's a group of people who thought they just didn't read. Like I said, people don't read anymore. It's generational. I'm Gen X, so we read all the time. This generation doesn't read. I mean, we read it on Saturday, which that podcast was a lot of fun on Saturday. So everybody that was here, thank you so much. That was fun. We all had a good time. Everybody was cracking up, especially when I had to play what Chocolate Thunder was about. Everybody just cracked up. So, because I told you all that he got double life. He ain't never getting out. So it is what it is. So, yeah, but it's just, I don't know, Mario Heat, what I'm doing wrong to set it up. I mean, I don't know. I gave up. I threw my hands up in the air. I sat there yesterday for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, then an hour this morning, an hour and a half this morning trying to work with it. I just threw my hands up in the air, found out Target opened at 9 a.m. and was like, yeah, I'm going to go to Target and take these back. So I'm just tired of it. So 4 different EQ profiles. Yeah, now, and see what Sony did that I liked a lot more was this: when you plug in your headset, it detects it immediately. You go to your settings, you go to where all your settings are for your PlayStation. You do have to do some work to find it, but then you set it up. It has like 5 different settings. Like, it has the water in the background, it has wind in the background, and I think I chose profile 4, I think. But yeah, it was just frustrating as hell to see people doing it. It's like, look, mine is not even recognizing this. So, and I updated everything. It should just detect as soon as I slide it on in the 3.5. And I again hooked up the controller to the Xbox to make sure everything was going right. And I would have loved to, because I was playing Quantum Break and I'm having fun playing Quantum Break, right? But the Xbox struggles with that. That's one of the things I've noticed. It kept on making this noise. Not the Xbox itself, but the sound coming from the speakers. Like when something gets stuck and it does that reverb and it goes like, that's what it's doing. So that my TV is in VRR and it's trying to correct Quantum Break, which is fine. They had a little Easter egg in there for Alan Wake. It had a big old AWE in there. So I thought that was pretty cool. A little Easter egg. If you don't understand it, Control, Alan Wake, and Quantum Break, it's all one big family. It's like all 3 of them are connected. So it's pretty cool. Is it the official wireless? No, it was wired. Again, I did it the old-fashioned way, wired, and it did not work. it was that one that I showed you guys. I had up on the screen. That's what I went and bought. I just, instead of going to Best Buy, I bought it at Target. So Target had the exact same thing. Target was open. Best Buy in my city does not open until 10 o'clock in the morning. And Target was open at 8. So I went there and got them. I was all excited, you know, brought them home, walked back up to Chick-fil-A, ate some Chick-fil-A. And this was Saturday. And then I sat down and said, okay, let me plug and play. And it didn't do it. So I was mad as hell. Because I would have thought, if anything, if it was the official Xbox one, it would just do it. And you had to go in there and do this and update that. And I couldn't even get to the screen where it talked about the equalizer. And, you know, I did all the party chat stuff. I did the pass-through stuff. Of course, with Xbox, everything is app-oriented. It's like, well, if you want to use Dolby, you must download the app. If you want to use this, you must download the app. And now I understand why they went with the 1 terabyte memory, because you have to have it for all the damn apps. So it is what it is. I got rid of it. I got rid of that headset. So I just play I play the Xbox with this through the TV. It's fine. I'd rather play it. I'd rather play it with the headphones on, but I can't get it to work. So I wants to send me a tutorial on how to do it. Fine, I'll go out and purchase them again. But I was disappointed. So my volume settings were off. Well, there was nothing wrong with the headset. The headset had one button to turn on, and it's just the screen you have to go to is messed up. You know, you got to tell it this and tell it that. It's something you would have thought you were doing back in the 360 era. You know, which even then you just plugged in and it played, right? I don't know if you all remember, if you had a 360, you just plugged in and you played. The same with the Sega Genesis, the same with the PlayStation 1 and 2. You just plugged it in and it played. And it doesn't work. And you know, I went to the screen when it doesn't analyze it. It was like, your TV supports Dolby Digital. Your TV supports Dolby this. So it was just frustrating. But it's not like I was playing Quantum Break here, and I just don't play through the headset. So I am stuck on that game. But that game is fun. How they do time travel and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, this actually does, based on time theory, this does make sense what he's doing. So how he can distort space-time, and I don't know how he does it. I thought it'd be better if he had a device, but he just does it. And so that is pretty cool. So at the watch. So you plugged in your 3D pulse to control, then you have to just turn up the volume. Turn up the volume on the headset, because you know, and again, I got the pulse working on there. I can't get the Steel series though. I found out it was only 7.1, so it did not connect out in regular Dolby. But that's fine. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Just disappointing. Yeah, the 3D pulse is the best headset I've ever had for gaming. If you want to hear some really good headsets, when you go to Best Buy, go to Magnolia and get some of those and try some of those headsets. They sound fantastic, but they're for music. So that was the Pulse 3D and the 3D Xbox. It worked fine. Yeah, it just didn't work. I mean, I could have had my settings wrong. There's a chance that happened too. But I pressed every button I knew to press. The pass-through button, I turned off the HDMI so that everything would just go to the speaker, and it just wouldn't work. So it wouldn't work. It was just frustrating. So yeah. Did I plug it into the controller headset input? Yeah, right there in the Xbox controller thing, right there at the kind of in that wedge. Yeah, it plugged in. You know, it said headset, but I went to the Xbox app and everything, because it was almost like it wasn't, and it said on the screen headset detected. I'm thinking, okay, this is just gonna work. And I turned on I went back to the home screen. Of course, the Xbox home screen, there's no music. And maybe there is music. I don't have it turned on. So, but yeah, and then it was also check the security settings, and I did that. Nothing was working. Shout out to Gaming Forte. It said that he was playing early. I forgot what he was playing, but it was early in the morning. But I still played. It was just I'd rather play with the headset on. And but I was playing Alan Wake, and I was tearing the hell out of those people. So the gun control's not that good, but he's just an average everyday person, not a soldier. So it is what it is. But it was disappointing. So, but it for all you all, it was an official Xbox headset. It wasn't a knockoff. It wasn't Turtle Beach or whatever those are called. Big dog, big nuts just didn't work. You have the H9s. Yeah, I tried those at when I was out one day, and it just wasn't that big of a difference between that and the Pulse. Not for me personally. It just to me it was kind of like I thought the mids were a little bit better, but I could change that with the Pulse. I could just change the profile to get better mids. So yeah, but that's on sale. I think some of that stuff is on sale this weekend. And Sony's Days of Play, this is for hardware and software, starts on the 1st or 2nd. So if you're looking to get an extra, they all go on sale. What is it? The controllers, all that stuff goes on sale. So maybe that professional one is for $200. Maybe it goes down. Maybe it drops in price. We'll track it. We'll track it. Okay, it doesn't support it. Okay, well, like I said, I couldn't get it working, so it was bad, man. It was bad. I didn't like it, but again, it's not the end of the world, right? It's not. It's probably something I was doing wrong. Even when I took them back to Target, I said, look, it's probably something I'm doing wrong, but I can't get this to work right. And I've done everything I know how to do except call Xbox, and they weren't open today because it's a holiday, right? So it's not like I'm here. I'm not running Xbox into the ground. I'm sure it was something. It was a user issue. Big shout out again to JRO49 and Kenneth Williams for becoming members. I appreciate that during the last podcast. So the H9 is more multiplayer focused. The Pulse is more single player focused. Yeah, like I said, to me, for me personally, when I tried H9, it wasn't as much separation in the two. I'm like, well, actually the Pulses are better. So for me. So that's just what I went with. So what are you all playing? I'm playing Surviving Mars, and of course it's Monday, so I'm gonna do Mass Effect Monday on Twitch. I will be moving that. I will be jumping. We will be going to I think I saved it. We'll be going to the Armstrong Nebula. Everybody wants to know how to get your characters leveled up real fast. You go to the Armstrong Nebula. You don't have to start your missions just because they tell you go here, here, and here. It's open world RPG. So you go to where you level up your characters. And it's similar to Oblivion. If you don't know this with Oblivion, if you ever play Oblivion, when the king tells you he gives you a letter to take to his brother. Don't do that. Don't do it. All right? Because that triggers the end of the game. And you won't, and it won't. Somebody doesn't include war on. Oh no, the people who died. No, the war on drugs. No, that's still going on. So, but a lot of people are still dying on that. But if you play Oblivion, the king will give you the king, who's voiced by Patrick Stewart, by the way. He will give you a letter and says, "Take this to my brother." Don't take that letter until you level up to like level 30. Then take the letter. Then take your letter, okay? Because it will trigger the ending of the game. If you do that, all these Oblivion gates start opening up, and your character isn't powerful enough to take them on. So it's a trick. The developers did that on purpose to trick the gamers. Simply don't do that. What you want to do is give the beggars in the town some coins, and you want to join the Thieves Guild. But before you join the Thieves Guild, make sure you save it, because if you lose the challenge, you don't join the Thieves Guild. Like, the game will just keep going. So I lost that challenge like 10 times. I actually had to go around, find a person's house, get to the house before this thing that looked like a lizard got there, and then I stole what I needed to steal, and then I got the hell out of the house. So Yeah, let's see here. Melly's Flesh, they're trying to wish another show. Yeah, I know this. They got to leave it alone. Where I agree with Porter Rock's last upload about people just need to leave it alone, because if you actually read what Sony said they were going to put out, and we did this Saturday, that's what we got, and it's nobody's fault here in this part of the internet that they didn't read. I don't know why generationally you guys don't read more. I mean, I get it. You watch the movies, people watch Game of Thrones. It was based on some books. People watch The Lord of the Rings. It was based on books. So I'm just saying. You should read. And Sony put out exactly what they were going to have. And, we busted the cheeks of the guys. Let me give credit here. Let me give credit. I did listen to MBG yesterday, and he did step up and say, and I'm going to quote him, that he gassed up, he ginned up. Well, that's not quoting, but paraphrasing. He ginned up or gassed up that conference way too much, and he will never do it again. That's because he got a visit from Chocolate Thunder, right? So he'll never do it again, and that's all you can do now. If you're in his audience, you never have to worry about him gassing up another conference ever. So I want to give credit where credit is due. He did do that. So Chocolate Thunder got one. Now we just have to wait and see if Marlon comes out and does anything, or will he double down? So, and the reason why I bring those two up is because between them two, they have over 140,000 followers. So they don't need to be lying to them. So let's see here. Corey Madison says the H9 has a much better mic than the Pulse. Pulse has a wider range used for single player games. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, you got how did you get the 7,900 for $318? Come on now. So, let's see here. Review Scientology says he expects Microsoft Showcase to be tons of indies. I expect their showcase to be good. Okay. But that, all they have to do is come out. They have to show the games running on the Xbox, not on PC, not on the S. It has to all be running on Series X. Okay. And then they need to have gameplay. If they do those things, then they would have been, people will say, well, they had the better presser. And again, I'm still looking forward to theirs and the summer showcase that Keeley's putting together. I'm looking forward to it all. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, at this one, Sony's going to show this. At this one, they're going to show that. No, I'm just looking forward to seeing what everybody's doing. So, how did I start my day today? By trying to get the headsets to work correctly. Oh, also forgot to say bonjour to Nova Red. Shout out to Nova Red. So, yes, Capono, a white boy admitted that he made a mistake. That's all it was. He made a mistake, and if you read what Sony said they were going to do, that's exactly what they did. So anybody who tells you it was going to be a bunch of first party stuff, that's not what they said in their own thing. They say you're invited. That's why I compared it to the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special when Lucy, I'm sorry, not Lucy, Peppermint Patty invited everybody to Charlie Brown's house, and she thought they were going to have turkey and stuffing and potatoes, and Snoopy cooked a bunch of popcorn and toast. He had toast and popcorn and stuff like that, and that was a lesson. Do not. We learned that lesson. We were watching Charlie Brown. Just because you want something to be some way doesn't mean that's not what you're going to get. So, yeah, Corey, Chocolate Thunder had a field day. He had a field day. Yeah, we had fun on Saturday, man. I don't know if you were there live, but if you weren't, go back and listen to that, man. It was fun. Shout out to OG Silverback. That's his name, OG Silverback, who had that confrontation. He tells you about who Chocolate Thunder is. So, and I guess I'm not gonna play it anymore because I don't want to get copyrighted. So shout out to OG Silverback. Again, I am not going to think my Guardians of the Galaxy movie just got here. So it's gonna be fun. eBay, the seller had a brand new unopened. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Damn. See, I don't trust eBay, but yeah, that's generationally, that was a Gen X thing. eBay. I still remember that. So, but shout out to eBay. So, but yeah, hit that like button, people, if you don't mind. So, again, I appreciate the support. If you don't know, this week was big personally because we went over 2,000 subs. So I do appreciate everything that you guys you guys being here because you don't have to be. And today's a holiday, and there's like 35 people, so it's friggin' 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's see. He's buying a house, so he sold me his seat. Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah, houses are expensive. So we got people walking around talking about housing is a human right, and no, there's nothing in the United States Constitution that says that you having a house is your right. It gives you a lot of rights, but it doesn't constitutionally protect where you live. That's a state issue, and the states ain't going for it either. So you DM 2 videos that may be hope. All right, that's fine. I'll look at them because I looked at everything else. So but yeah, I have no issue looking at it. So, but and yeah, like I said, I can go out and get the headsets again. It's not like they're gonna quit selling them. That was the last ones on Earth. They were only $56. So we'll have to wait and see. And again, during the Days of Play sale coincides with the summer showcase. So, and I'm looking to get something else from Sony. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on sale. I can't speak for you all. Are you all getting Final Fantasy 16? Put a 1 in the chat if you plan on getting Final Fantasy 16, because I'm really excited about that. And also, you all need to be smart here. You need to understand that games like Final Fantasy and Spider-Man, because they're only on PlayStation, the PC community and the Xbox community, unfortunately, are going to attack those games. But we know that. We know that already. So let's just move past it. So, I know what you meant. Yeah. You're the buyer. So I know. Yeah. But you're the buyer. He was the seller. So Corey Massey's the only one getting Final Fantasy. I'm getting it. I need to put a 1 in the chat myself. Here we go. 1 in the chat. There we go. So Nova Red says bonjour. So, like, if I ever come to France, that's the only thing I know how to say. I know I can say bonjour, oui, which I think means yes. Let's see, what else can I say? It's in French. Oh, I can say Eiffel Tower. That's French. I can say no, I can't say that. I can say Exocet. That's French. Mirage. That's French. I actually know a little more French than I thought. Bonbons. That's French. I think that's all the French I know. So pretty basic. So Capono, you're gonna be waiting a long time for Final Fantasy 16, but I wish you nothing but the best on that wait. So, well, he said he had pre-ordered the collector's edition from Square Enix store because he's in Canada. The final price ends up being almost 800 Canadian. Had to cancel and just get the deluxe steelbook from B. Yeah. I don't think I'm going that hard in on it, but yeah, that game looks crazy, and it looks like the lead characters are talking, which I don't know why Cloud don't talk. Cloud may sound like Chocolate Thunder for all we know. What if Cloud actually did sound like Chocolate Thunder? Talking about, man, look, you don't understand. I ain't never getting out. Because at no point in the game, at least that I played so far, Cloud don't talk. Like, he don't say nothing. He just goes out there with a sword bigger than him, and he's up there slashing. So when that dude Barrett, he could be like that game's Chocolate Thunder. I guess he is Chocolate Thunder in that game. Eiffel Tower is Tour Eiffel. Okay. Well, how come y'all say it backwards? The listing said 450 when they tried to bill me 800. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, 450 is high for a definitive version, but shout out to you for doing that. He might be on full steam. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, but again, like I said before, let's talk about that bullshit rumor. I don't know. Somebody's telling me it's true. Somebody on Twitter said it was real. Like, yeah, right. But about Sony buying CD Projekt Red, I just like, look, people have asked me about that. Let me make this clear about the acquisitions. You cannot talk about acquisitions until everything goes through because of insider trading. But I would be I'll never say never, but I would be shocked if I woke up in the next 3 weeks and they say they bought CD Projekt Red, because my understanding is that's a publicly traded company, and they actually went to the Polish government to be able to publish the Witcher game that came out. So and 3, they're closer to Microsoft than any other company. They're closer to Microsoft than any other. So I would be shocked. So I'm not putting no faith in that. That rumor was terrible. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Anybody who's walking around with this is moist. And then somebody said, no, it's true. Oh, okay, all right. I'm not going to. Fine. I'm done arguing with people at this point, going back and forth with them on Twitter. I'm too old to do it. So I'll just unleash chocolate thunder on them and be done. Like, okay, if you say it's real, fine. I'm just shaking my head and rolling my eyes over here. So let's see. Wouldn't be the that wouldn't be the definitive version with all. Well, I guess one of the versions will have the pass for all the DLC when it comes out, because they apparently are going to be supporting this game for years. And they're going to be supporting the game for years. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out. So, but yeah, definitely I am getting getting Final Fantasy when it rolls in here. So, but yeah, if you don't mind waiting to play, then Kapono, then I see that comment. Yeah, that's okay, because it sounds like you're gonna be waiting at least 2 years. So, like I said, how many casualties did Chocolate Thunder claim? Well, he got a lot. It's a lot, because that was ridiculous what they were doing. I don't know why they didn't read. We just read it the other day. Like, yeah, this clearly says what they're going to be showing, and that's what I expected them to show. I thought anything else would be a bonus. So we got we saw the Samurai game. That looked pretty cool. We saw the new Capcom game. That looked pretty cool. People are like, well, where's Pragmata? You got to ask Capcom that. We found out that if you don't know, and Yang Ye broke this story, it is Konami that is bringing back Metal Gear. It was Konami. They're bringing it back. Nothing to do with Sony. Maybe Sony may have a publishing deal with them, however, but that'll be it. People are like, well, they showed a bunch of multi-plat games. That's exactly what they said they were going to be showing. So I don't get it. So probably White Zaddy, because White Zaddy's the one that put him in prison. Well, now you gotta understand what a Zaddy is. So a Zaddy, well, yeah, because a Zaddy is the government. So so I would give that one though to Zaddy. So, so I don't know. It'd be a good fight though, but I would put money on Zaddy, because Zaddy's the one that gave him double life. So, but yeah, it's a funny question. For winning a fight between Chocolate Thunder and White Zaddy. I like that. That's pretty funny. So, what else is happening out there? Shout out to BGS doing a 1.0 versus 2.0 Manosphere Edition. I know what I need to do now that I've hit 10,000. I need to be able to learn how to make thumbnails. So can somebody send me like a free program where I can start making some thumbnails? So So yeah. So you had those two rumors. That's all. Jim Ryan said that the PlayStation he thinks is going to sell about 102 million. That's what they're projecting total sales to be. I think I saw that somewhere. So if that's true, wow, congratulations. So you know, so the Metal Gear franchise is over. You can't do anything with it anymore. Well, again, it's a remaster. They can do a lot with it. So but as far as extend the gameplay, yeah, it has a beginning, middle, and ending. And the games are out of order. So it's my understanding. It's my understanding that those games, the timeline is out of order. It's just like if you watch the MCU and the order of timeline, when you see Captain Marvel, which is the second movie in the order of timeline, you're going to see the end cut scene where she says, "Where's Fury?" Well, you're not going to know what they're talking about. So because even the cut scene was happening 25 years from when she got to Earth. It's they're giving you a future timeline event, and people are like, "What are they talking about?" So yeah, you should watch. I think it's Captain America, the first Avenger, then you would watch Captain Marvel, then Iron Man, Iron Man 2, the Hulk, Thor, then the first Avengers. I think that's if you watch it in timeline order, because that's what I'm doing. I'm ordering things in timeline order. So you never buy games day one, they ain't ready. Well, there's a report that said that Final Fantasy does not need a day one update. So yeah. I mean that's to prevent piracy though. I talked to like a friend of mine's son that works in Hollywood, and he knows a bunch of developers and a bunch of voice actors. He said, well, they're trying to stop piracy. Even when I loaded up Mass Effect, it only loaded up like 97%. Then it says you must put in the other disc. So Metal Gear timeline is 3, 1, 2, 4. Well, where would 5 be then? Yeah, because Snake Eater is the first one. Then when does he meet Big Boss? Because isn't Big Boss a female? Who is that female running around in Metal Gear? I thought that was the boss. Metal Gear 3 is the first chapter of the saga, the story of Big Boss. HO2, then HO2, he became Big Boss, a very beautiful game, and Boss is a female. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Boss is a female, but I could have been, because I'm not. The first Metal Gear game I ever played was just called. It was on the PS2. It was called Solid. So, and it had I think, what was the one where you had to change what was it, the PS1? What was the one you had to change the controller out? Because Psycho Manus was reading your controller, and it was like and then they call you back like you have to take your controller out of slot 1 and put it into slot 2. I'm like, what? But that was one of the most advanced boss fights ever. Nothing, in my opinion, will ever top that. I mean, can you imagine that? What if you're playing a PlayStation game or something like that, and they say you have to turn off the controller that you're using and use a secondary controller? You're like, well, what if I don't have one? What are you gonna get killed, man? What if they made a game like that? You could scream anti-consumerism at that point. Mario, he said, hold on, Big Boss was basically Snake during MS. Well, yeah, I knew there was a female Snake or female Big Boss, because that's who I thought I was in Metal Gear 5. But I think in Metal Gear 5, you're Venom Snake. I think that's what it's called, is Venom Snake. I think. So, except 5 doesn't count, 4 ended the story. Well, 5 is part of, there was a Metal Gear in 5. That's what was trying to just kill me at the end anyway. That was one hell of a fight. So the first Metal Gear you played is for the NES. Yeah, I know it was on NES. That's why people keep saying, well, it was only going to be on PlayStation. That game has been on all platforms. I don't understand it anymore. At this point for me personally, but I've moved past it, right? I'm not going to argue with stupid effing people. I'm just not. So, especially when we hit 2000, I'm like, nah, man, it's just, if y'all want to go listen to people like that, I can't stop you, but, just be careful, because you're going to get your cheeks clapped. Okay, so just be careful. Okay, so we confirmed for us that there was not one update for Final Fantasy 16. That's the report I read. Is that hold on for Final? Yeah, is that you won't need a day one patch for it. This doesn't mean it won't update somehow. Of course, watch day 3. They put out a big old update. Like, well, we didn't. We told you that, so we'll have to wait to see. So, but the people who are buying it, I guess it sounds like you're gonna put it in, or you're gonna download it, however you want to do it, and then it's just gonna start. So, or he says she was white zaddy before he passed. She could be. I just know that those games are crazy. But I remember I was playing Snake Eater. I'm like, wait a minute, is this a prequel? You know, to Solid. So, but I know there's been like 50,000. Seems like snakes. So it was Venom, Snake, and Metal Gear 5, correct? Because I remember you had to put all that together because Ocelot's helping you, which makes sense. So Capono said he's playing The Last of Us. Naughty Dog woke up and sent 3 update patches, so it's running much better on the 76. Figured it would. So tried Destiny 2, but Bungie is crap. Oh, well, I think my Destiny 2 character was like level 4, so I didn't play it a whole lot. Let's see here. Yeah, just be careful who you listen to. That's all. I mean, you can listen to whoever you want, but just be careful who you listen to. And because look what's happened this past week. These guys told you all that. I mean, in spite of what, it's almost like people got so fixated on the conference that they didn't look at what they plan to show. So, and that to me, Sony could come out and say, look, we specifically said in our You're Invited thing what we were going to show, and that's what we showed. So why people took it to where they took it, my personal belief is they did that to go ahead and get money from you guys. They're grifters, but that's my opinion. Some people will say, well, you're a grifter. Oh, okay. So, but all right, so Metal Gear Solid 3 is first Metal Gear, Peacemaker 2, Metal Gear Solid V3, Metal Gear Solid NES 4, Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear I thought Guns of the Patriots was wasn't that 4? Or was there another one after? Hold on, what was number 4? I thought number 4 was Guns of the Patriots. But it's going back a long time ago. I'll take your word for it. I'll take it. Jade said Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear Solid PS1's the masterpiece. Is that the one you had to change the controller? And it was on like 2 discs or something like that. That's been a long time ago, yeah. So let's see here. Go over here. Yeah. Yeah, everybody in the military, shout out to you guys. Man, shout out if you're a military spouse, because that's a big sacrifice. So shout out to those men and women who have done that. So have you all seen the if you don't know, they've got a really big review on the LG G3. I think it's like a 72-inch screen that somebody's doing a review on, and they said it's the best TV they've ever seen. So get Metal Gear Solid 2, Children of Liberty. Yeah, like I said, it's crazy. How would they know? Again, it comes allegedly from Square Enix, so I have to watch it. So Call of Duty used to be fun. It still is. Oh, I take that back. I'm enjoying the remasters, however you want to call it, the reimagining of it from the 360 PS3 era. But that's me though. That I think it's really good. So they even they're gonna do the no Russian mission, but it sounds like it's an airplane. So we'll see that. We'll see how. Yeah, Big Daddy government is shrinking. So we'll have to wait and see how they do these debt ceiling payoffs. So the G3 is the cheap destroy. It is. The G3 is the best TV they're saying ever made, like in history. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out. I wouldn't mind having one, but I'm not going to pay. I think they're on sale this week or this Memorial Day weekend for like 17, and that's 50. That's 55 inches at 17. So nope, I ain't getting one. But it is stunning. So, and the new Samsung is good too. Sony's new one. That I like that 42-inch LED or OLED that Sony has as well, but it's just 42 inches. It literally is a TV that I could put in the bedroom. So Metal Gear 3, Metal Gear Peacemaker, Metal Gear 5, then Metal Gear Solid. And here's the thing, they're remaking one. Is it 1, 2, and 3? Isn't that what they're doing? Or is it just 1 and 2? So see, these games, if you're right, Nova Red, and you got Nintendo MGS 1 and 2, so that would be the first time they're on PlayStation and Xbox. That's why I think it's a big effing deal. Now that's my opinion, and I was excited. That little chub when they showed that's fine. I mean, again, this is what I was expecting. However, when am I going to put the new AMD CPU in? In a couple of weeks. I'm trying to also get a 60. What do you think's a better jump? The 6800. I'm sorry, the 6600 XT up to the I guess it would almost be a 3070, or just get a 6800X. Let's see how much the 68s are going for here. So we can pull that on up here. I think they're still very expensive. Let's see. Let me go to Amazon. Spend more, spend less, save more. See, the HOTASes have come down. Almost in my range. Let's check out the HOTAS that I want. Oh, baby. That's the one I want. $200 right now. We can get it down to 179. I'll pull the trigger on it. So 6800 XT. Yeah, right now they can keep that. Well, hold on. Here's one for 549. So that's coming down. We can get it down to 499. I'll pull the trigger. But right now, they don't even have any specials on them. I'm double checking. Now the 6700 is 329, but I don't know how big of a jump that is from the 6600. So I'm gonna really have to settle down and do some homework on that. So or Massey's a PS5 guy. So now Massey's saying he's considering getting the G3, but after the C1, you're still really happy with your TV. Yeah, I understand that, but this G3 in essence obsoletes the entire C line. It obsoleted it. As soon as you see it, Corey, like when you see it and you see how bright it is, holy crap. Like I literally couldn't believe what I was looking at there. I mean, it stands out amongst the other LG TVs. And the poor C1 was sitting over there in the corner. It looked like it had a dunce hat on. So oh, don't buy the 3070. Okay. Well, how much RAM does the 6800 have? Why is this one? Oh, the 7900 is $1,000. They can kick rocks on that. The 6800 has 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. It does not say. It's HDMI 2.1. It does not say VRAM, however. It sure as heck does not. It does support 7,000 to 4,300 resolution, though. Damn. $525 on that 6800, though. So, that's Red Devil. So, if I have the CX, the CX is way obsoleted. Yeah, C2 is still I'm gonna make this clear. It's not like those are bad TVs, but the G3 it obsoleted those TVs. at 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and that's how much you need to play these new games. All right, well, we'll put the 6800 in on the clock. Put it like that. So, dark room, you still getting premium, but yeah, it's not like those are bad TV. And the CX, if you watch movies like 4K movies, that's the preferred thing. Alexa, did I get a delivery?
A package for Craig's order was delivered at 2:16 p.m. to the front door or porch containing movies. By the way, you can thank the driver of your most recent delivery and will share your appreciation with them. Just say, "Thank my driver."
It's here, right? 2016 Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain America, the Winter Soldier saved the MCU. It saved the MCU, trust me. So got them both. You have a 6950 XT and a 6800 is really close to your car. All right, well, good. Yeah, it's on the clock. If it's got to come down though, it's got to get in that 449 range. So it's getting closer. It's getting closer. That's cool. That is cool. So I'm not buying. I'm staying away from the 3070. It looks like. So Devil May Cry 5 with your struggles as well. All right. That is cool. So see, we shot down the rumor, and I still can't believe that that became a rumor. It's like, are you kidding me? Why are you all talking about CD Projekt Red? So also I'm being told that well, I take that back. Somebody named Ebon Bionic said that the whole thing on let me make sure we're talking about the same thing. I'm assuming he's talking about, is this about the CD Projekt Red thing? Yeah. Yeah, for some reason he thinks it's real. So I have no idea where he's getting his information from. This is from Push Square. It says weekend rumors squashed. Yeah, it's I don't get it, but it is what it is, right? So I'm just saying, it says here. So this says we're not in such talks with Sony. So yeah. Now this doesn't mean that somebody else isn't in talks with them. Oh my goodness, The Witcher 3 topped 50 million in sales. Congratulations. Congratulations. So it is what it is. And in the Days of Play sale, we're going to get they're getting chopped over on PlayStation Direct. Well, that's where I'll be doing my shopping, it looks like. This here they have slashed all across PlayStation from games and plus subscriptions to console, accessories, and merchandise. Yay! So, yeah, this is good. Let's go to PlayStation Direct here. Did we get a cheaper PS? Oh my! There is a Final Fantasy 16 PS5. Didn't know that. Okay. Yes, that's what it's called. The DualSense Edge wireless controller. Let's see if the price has come down. Nope, still $200. Well, you gotta wait on that. Wouldn't be prudent. Ain't gonna do it. So that gotta come down a little more. That's gotta come down. So Corey Massey said it took all his restraint not to buy the G3. So you have seen it. All right, well. So it's not, so you feel the same way I do, right? I saw that and I was like, holy crap. I had the money to buy it, but I ain't doing it. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to buy that. So I'll definitely wait. Any good sales in Best Buy? You need a TV. Yes. What kind of TV are you looking for? That's the first question you have to bring up is what kind of TV do you want? Do you want an LED? Do you want an OLED? What do you want? Do you have a brand preference? Do you have a size preference? So just yes, because Best Buy is having a memorial sale And that's why I went in there. And yeah, they got some stuff on sale I wouldn't mind having. So the C1 is perfect for. Yeah. I agree. The C1, when that TV hit the floor, people need to understand the C1 is a stripped down version of the CX. It is for gaming. Like my B2 has better technology than the C series, but it is stripped down for gaming. That's what it's for, right? So that's what we use it for. The new PlayStation handheld better not be. It's gonna be more than that. Like I said, I got a feeling it's gonna be $299. I hope it's $199 to $249, but I got a bad feeling about it. So, yes, where the OLED really stands out for me is when it gets dark. Like when it's dark outside, which of course by now is 9 o'clock. But yeah. Well, in the daylight, it's even though my room is dark, because I get what you would call well, right now I get early afternoon light, and then by 5:30 I'm getting more of an evening light. So yeah, it still works well. Yeah, it's still very capable. How you doing, Mia? How you doing? J-Roll, what's happening? Shout out to J-Roll, the new sub. Appreciate you, brother. So it is hard to justify the price. I don't deny that. That's what stopped me. Look, let me make this clear. If it had been like $1,200, I would have had a hard time walking out of there without purchasing that and be like, y'all need to deliver this to me and y'all can take this. Because I still have the X85J, my Sony TV. I still have that TV. So it's just unplugged. It's sitting over there in the corner. So in the box. It's in the box. You can use the G3 in the bright room, so there's your big technology leap. So like I said, my TV for me, I've said it's probably the last TV I buy, because I've bought 2 TVs in 20 months, and I've never done that before. Yeah, 2 TVs in 20 months. So veteran of the channel, I know, but I always say what up to all the subs. So, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with the C1 right now at Best Buy. Let's see how much that costs, because that may be on sale. I couldn't get past the G, but this is for Windsweep. So Best Buy. Let's go to deals happening now. Yeah, the TVs are on sale. Let's look at the LG C1. Now the one I saw was a 48 inches. Let's go. That. Yes, $1,000. It is exactly $1,000. I do. No, this is the C2. This is the C2. Now they do have one out of box. Of course, I don't know where you live. I'm trying to find the out of box one. For me, it's unavailable nearby. Where is it at? It says unavailable where I'm at. I can get it shipped to me to be here in 3 days. Open box, excellent condition. If I was going to buy a new TV today, I would walk into Best Buy and I would say, okay, look, I want to buy this TV. I need it delivered to this spot after 5 p.m. on Thursday. Let's see here. And it's $750, man. This is for the C2. And this is 48 inches. Huh. I have to keep that in mind. But that's a good TV. That's you're for me, this TV would come in right at 770. It'd be like at 773. I think if I'm doing, it's either going to be 773 or 768 with tax. So I'm just letting you know that's a damn good TV. That's a damn good buy. So you have a 51-inch, 55. Yeah. Let me make this clear. The C1 has been destroyed by the G3 or by the G series, but it's not like they're horrible TVs. And a matter of fact, I'm trying to sell one to somebody right now for $750. So, and again, let me make this clear. Listen to me. If I hadn't already had my TV, if I walked into Best Buy and I would say to them, this C2 TV, I see it. Do you have it open box? They would go and they would see this. They would say, yeah, we can have it delivered to you by, Thursday. I would say, I'll buy it. I would buy it. So, but I already have a TV. So, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, he was just saying 2 weeks ago, there was nothing coming out of his mouth like that. Like I said, that's fine. That's fine. I disagree with him. Sony showed us exactly what they were going to show. Put it up on the screen again. I'm just going to type in, you're invited. You're invited. The conference. And we just did this the other day. Let's see here. So the problem Marlon has is that, I'll just say it, is that he sold a bunch of bullshit, and instead of him taking accountability, he's doubling down. But let me see here. Let's go to screen capture. Here. Capture. Because you all can see this for yourself. And we did this the other day before we got Chocolate Thunder to come on out. It clearly says here, the second line says, here, let me do it like this. We can highlight it. It says here, the show will run a bit over an hour, focusing on PS5 and PSVR 2 games in development from top studios from around the world. Expect a glimpse at several new creations from PlayStation Studios, as well as spellbinding games from our third-party partners and indie creators. That's exactly what we got. Now, what Marlon did and other podcasters did is they for some reason, this second verse here, this second paragraph, even though Sony is saying this on a piece of paper, this is from the senior director of SIE Communications. They didn't read this. They did not read this, and they just said, well, what it says right here, we're going to replace this with, because Sony hasn't done a presser in 2.5 years, they're going to show everything. That's what, even though clearly it says right here what they were going to do, people like Marlin Gaming Nation and MBG and TCMF and everybody else, they did not read this, all right? And they replaced it with what they wanted. So Sony's got a lot of work to do. Well, we'll see about that, Marlon. Okay, again, I just think he's trying to now placate, since we're talking about this, his audience, because he's going to flip back over to being much more quote unquote pro Xbox, if you want to look at it like that. So that's what he's going to do. All right, we just saw what Sony said. If Marlon doesn't want to tell his audience about this, that's on him. All right, that is on him. So, who's got DDR5 RAM? Oh, your wife, Ted, no more OLEDs until the kids graduate high school. Well, then there you go. But you got a high-end one, right? You have a real high-end one. So, let's see here. TV had good luck buying open box. Well, remember, it's open box certified. So that's what you're looking for. If you say, is it open box certified? If they say no, then you say, well, I want to put the Best Buy plan on there, and that's going to cost you $100 more, but you still get that warranty, right? So, let's see here. You think I'm right about what, Nova Red? So, be a little more specific. So, see, Marlon's doing, because he's just going to go where the wind's blowing. So, he's not going to stand in one spot, stand solid. It was up to last week when he did, because he sold a bill of goods. He's the one that was saying that Sony was on fire and that Sony's about to do this, this, and this. And then it didn't happen. Even though Sony put out exactly what they were going to do, He didn't listen, and he got his cheeks clapped. So what's he doing? Instead of him saying, you know what? I shouldn't have said what Sony was going to do. I should have read this out, and I should have been a lot more calm, or however you all want to put it. But he's not going to do that. So he's doing exactly what he normally does. This is why people don't like him. Okay, when people say what the issue is, you're seeing it play out in real time. I don't have to sit up here and finger point or hate on him. You're seeing it in real time. It is okay, because the media in general did not like the PlayStation conference. I'm going to just go with what the media is saying. Even though Marlon can read exactly what you just read, he doesn't want to do that because that ain't where the money's going to. I shouldn't say that either. This is simply say, when you are doing this for a living, you have to go to where the money is, where the energy is, and that's what he's doing. Okay, that's what he's doing. So LG C9's from 19, so it's an older. Yeah, but oh boy, that is an older one. But yeah, it's still a good TV. Yeah, I mean, that's just who he is. So that's who he is. That's why when he got called out and he was saying you all are going after my family, that's what he means. That's what he meant. It's like, oh, this is my livelihood, and if you doing this, you're going after my livelihood, which is going to affect my family. Again, I'm not going to run dude into the ground. You all can see this yourself. You all saw exactly what Sony was going to put out. They put that thing out a week or 2 or 3 days before their conference. Why don't you ask yourself why Marlon didn't read that, or why he or ask him now. You can send him a donation and say, hey, Marlon, can you bring up the invitation from Sony to see exactly what they told you they were going to show? You see what I'm saying? And then he will read that to his audience, and he'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll bring it up, and he'll do it. And then you can be like, because it's exactly what you got. So, yeah, of course, the best TV to pair with the Sony PlayStation is a Sony TV. That's the best TV to pair with it. But the LG, man, it's just like the best TV to pair with your Xbox is a Samsung TV. That's just the reality. All right. So if you have an Xbox, I assume you have it hooked up to a Samsung TV, or you have it hooked up to an LG. He says you have a C155 minute. I've got the B255. Yeah, I understand. I'm inside. You all may be outside. So yeah, I get it. There were a lot of people that hyped the showcase. You're right. I mean, Foxy Games hyped it, but he came out with a video the next day and, was apologizing. MBG apologized yesterday. I don't listen to that corny MF, and I don't really listen to that as NIS or NIX, something like that. Should they be apologizing to their audiences? I don't know. So it just is crazy. It's crazy at this point. So will be all first party games. Yeah, I agree. PS fanboys did. I don't disagree on it. That's why I'm like, well, here's what I would like to see. I would like to see more PSVR support, and I would like to see some type of sim for the VR. My dream is for them to have Star Citizen or convert Elite Dangerous to VR, something like that, but even that, even though I specifically said this is my dream that this is going to be there, people were still trying to say, well, you ginned it up too. Like, when? When? All I said was they're having a press conference that I would not be able to watch it live with you all, but if you all are excited for it, I'm excited for you. I already told you the games I was going to get. So I was getting Final Fantasy 16. I'm getting Madden. I'm getting the new Call of Duty game if it comes out. So again, it's it is what it is. Is the OLED better than other TVs for gaming? Yes. Yeah, it's brighter. You get a better, more consistent picture. You're guaranteed 120 FPS if you set it up like that. So for me, yes, but I understand there's a lot of good LED TVs out there as well. Nova Red says it's her fault that I assume that's overhyped and disappointed I didn't read myself. Yeah, that's when you read, you cannot. It's like, look, I'm going to an air show next month, right? I'm going to an air show in Ohio, and I'm excited for it. But now they've sent out who is going to be there, and so like I believe the Blue Angels are supposed to be there this year. Okay, so I'm not gonna go to the air show expecting to see the damn Thunderbirds because they're not even on the itinerary. So I expect the Blue Angels to be there. However, now if they're not there, even though they're on the itinerary, I'll be disappointed, but I'm not gonna be mad. All right, so because I'll be like, oh man, well darn, they couldn't make it. But okay, but I'm not going to go there and be like, yeah, I'm going to this air show. The Blue Angels and the Snowbirds and the Thunderbirds are all going to be there, and the Army diving team. And they're all, and when they're not on the itinerary. And what Marlon and other people did is he sold. I mean, even though the Insomniac creative dev came out and said that was an early build of Spider-Man 2, which looked great, by the way, but it was an early build. He is allegedly going around saying it needs to be delayed so it can be polished more. Negro, that's exactly what they're doing right now. I mean, it's silly at this point. So your PS5 does what I want at 1440p 60. Yeah, again, for me personally, 1440p dynamic, 60 FPS, HDR, some ray tracing. That's what I expected out of the PS5 this generation. That's what I'm getting. I didn't expect I sat here and told you all everything was going to be 4K native. You're still going to get checkerboarding and things like that. And people are like, I don't know. Well, yeah, I knew that already. So, yeah, you don't go to a concert. The last concert I went to, yeah, I didn't expect to see Michael Jackson there. So, so not even that digital thing they can do. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. The PS fanboys are in the same. Again, they because it's about making content. This is the same thing that's happened in the Black Manosphere. Phil Spencer walked away from the console war. It's over. But see, if you say that to them, they are going to get mad. All right? They will get mad because they're looking at it like, I gotta make content. So I'm going to say Starfield versus Spider-Man. Now, I have both consoles. Craig, God willing, will be playing both of them, okay? I'll be playing both. So, now, will I be playing Starfield on PC? Possibly, if I go ahead and get my PC upgraded to Windows 11, I will do that. I will see if there's something I can do to get a cheaper Game Pass rate because I have it on PC and Xbox. Maybe I get a cheaper deal. I don't know. So, but yeah, my goal is to put the computer into the shop here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So, you thought and hoped GTA 6 would be there. Why? I mean, that's this. Why would you think that? Why would Rockstar unveil GTA 6 only? I mean, if it's going to be anywhere, it'd be at that summer showcase. All right, and that's where GTA would be if it's going to be unveiled at all this year. I don't know where this stuff comes from. Like, it is very disturbing. So, Corey Massey said he liked the showcase. It showed a lot. Yeah, I mean, the first 2 games they showed, I'm buying. Forgot what they were called. Was it Phantom Blade or something like that? Yeah, I'm buying that. Alan Wake 2, I'm buying that. Yes, I hate the fact that it's digital only. So I do. It is digital only. That is confirmed by Remedy. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Why am I buying it? Because I like Remedy games. I like their stuff. I'm playing Quantum Break. I like Control. The original Alan Wake was 360 only. The fact that we're getting the sequel and it is on PlayStation, I'm buying it. the fact we got Control, was it the limited edition day and date on PS5? We did not have to pay for it. That's good. That shows Sony, because remember, Remedy used to be a lot closer to Microsoft, but Microsoft neglected them and went more and more with CD Projekt Red, which is fine as well. But Sony stepped in. So, and now they have a very good working relationship with Remedy Games. Now, I said years ago, my understanding was they were going to buy Remedy Games, and that was one of the reasons why they got so close to them, but they have backed off. We'll see. Do we have an old living room, HD TV, and a monitor? LG. Yeah, there's nothing. I said this to people. Look, if you cannot afford a new TV, and a lot of people can't, getting them monitor, you actually get better response time on monitor. And my monitor, again, I'm in high-end monitor. I have the like I said, the HP monitor, the 1440p gaming monitor. I have that. I got it when it was on sale for like $279 or something like that. So yeah. So I thought about getting a monitor and then putting the Xbox in my bedroom. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So, because trying to play Flight Sim on there, it's just too ridiculously hard. Because I literally had to put it on a rolling table, pull it out further, hook up the HOTAS to it, and sit where I sit and play the game. It's just too damn difficult. I need it in a condensed environment. So probably in the bedroom is where things gonna end up. So let's see here. Read that. Read that one. So Peter Parker says he was kind of happy, and people in his town, the normies, say play. Yeah, again, let me make this clear. I think most of the gamers liked it. I literally had somebody tell me it was good for gamers, but if you wanted Sony exclusives, that sucked. And I'm thinking at no point in time did Sony ever come out and say you were going to see a bunch of exclusives from their first party studios. They showed us exactly what they got, and when you say that, we're being told we're damage controlling, we're being told we're how? That's why I said Saturday, I will bring this to your podcast if you say I'm capping, and I will split your cheeks right up the backside. It's that simple. But, here's what they said they were going to show. They showed it, which proves my other point, which is even if they tell people what they're going to show, then it doesn't matter because they're going to put out what they want them to show. Did I see the new Spider-Man suit? Did I like it? The symbiote suit, yeah, that was fine. That's what it looks like in the comic books. So have to see, and you can see how it's changing Peter Parker's personality. I also like the fact that they showed the differences in the way Miles fights versus Peter Parker. So Miles is a little more stealthy. It's almost, I don't know if you remember Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where if you pick the girl to go on missions, she would have to use more stealth and things like that because she's a female. And the guy was a straight up brute. He could go out and do all kind of other stuff. So whereas with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Cassandra is a brute, and they made her brother Alexia, whatever his name, Alexios. They made him a little bit softer. So again, that game Odyssey plays a lot better as Cassandra. Just trust me, if you never played Odyssey, Cassandra is who you want to use. But yeah, I did like the suit, and I'm looking forward to how they do the suit, because remember, Venom's head will pop out of that suit. I'm looking forward to how that interacts. And now, can you imagine if the final boss is the symbiote suit being worn by Kraven? And did you also see the other people they were hunting in that city? I mean, one of them was Catwoman. So this is going to be interesting. This game is going to have, I think, a lot of depth. So I'm very interested. So you invest in blackout curtains for OLEDs are better. Yeah, OLEDs are better. And it tells you that. When you get your OLEDs, it clearly tells you, yes, this is better in a dark room. So it just is. Like I said, I'm playing The Last of Us, Part 1 remaster. Holy crap. That in a dark room, it looks so good. Also, so does Aloy. So, which am I stuck on that game? No, I just found Head Pharaoh's tomb and got on up out of there. Didn't need no help, didn't have to cheat. So that was all this lava and stuff, and that looked real good. So that looked real good. So the suit was done for the comic book fan. Yeah, Insomniac and Marvel know exactly how to do it. Okay. And we'll see the Iron Spider again and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see it again. So good to know they're hunting the lizard. I kept on thinking, well, wasn't he last? Didn't they have the lizard? No, they didn't. They had Mr. Negative. He was part of the Sinister Six. So, yeah, they replaced him with Mr. Negative. So, there you go. So, trying to see if there's any more questions here. Any news about Sony and GTA 6? No. And again, if you're thinking there GTA is what exactly are you all thinking? That it's going to be what? An exclusive? Hell no. No, it's not going to be exclusive. So the eyes look strange. Well, remember, they're still putting that game together. So still putting that game together. So it should look different. So, but Venom 2, that movie was horrible. Oh, that movie was so bad. I don't care what anybody says. So the Carnage one, well, it was bad, man. So just trying to see if there's any more questions. If not, I'll get on up out of here. But yeah, I mean, this is the most TVs I've bought. That's why I'm like, well, and I had them. I had one in my bedroom, one in the living room. So, but the two TVs I'm the most interested in is that Sony 42-inch OLED, which looks stunning, by the way, and then the G3. If I'm gonna buy another TV, that's what I would look at. So, the dark Spider-Man suit is why Venom has powers similar to Spider-Man. Well, yeah, it already did. It could already move similar to the way Spider-Man moves, but yeah, Venom moves with more power, more intent, more. It should feel heavier if you're gonna if we're gonna use Venom, it should go ahead and feel heavier when we move. So we'll have to wait and see, though. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You got to understand, and I said this earlier. Because these games that are exclusive, talk about the two big games this year they're exclusive games. They will not be on PC this year. The PC community is upset. That's why they're running around saying downgrade. And the Xbox community has been upset since you saw what they put out. You will rue the day. You did not put Spider-Man on the world's most powerful console or whatever it was. It was the funniest thing. As a matter of fact, it's the funniest thing I ever seen in my life. But, like the new suit because it makes the combat different. It's interesting. Yeah, that's true. So, Peter about to become evil. I think at some point Miles is going to have to fight Parker in this game. I just got a sneaky feeling we're going to have to see that. And me and Jay Barry, we kind of went back and forth because he thinks Peter can fight Miles better. I'm like, no, Miles can turn invisible, and where Peter will sense him, he can't see him. So I think that's what's going to happen. So, did they add jet streams when Spider-Man is swinging? Something was added. Oh, I don't know. If he's swinging with the symbiote suit, he should swing he should work inertia up slower, but swing faster ultimately. So we'll have to wait and see though. True Virgil, he broke down. He said he's getting the G3 soon as he closed the deal on his new house. But congrats on closing on the new house, by the way. I love home ownership. You all really need to be careful though, because there's a lot. Make sure when you buying these houses, because there's so many squatters, because there's homeless people. They know the law, so make sure you put no trespassing signs up. The easiest way to get them out of your house is to say, look, they have those trespassing signs here. You shouldn't be here. You got to go. So you all just be careful because people are actually doing this. So it's ridiculous. Squatters have more rights than homeowners, but it's true. But just you all be careful. But congratulations. I'm not going to piss on your parade. That is a big deal, man. Congratulations. So, you hope they do the Amazing Spider-Man suit again. Yeah, that was cool seeing that. I agree. In New York, it seems that it's the big New York. Well, it is. I think you're going to be both in. Where is Miles from? Is Miles? I keep on saying he's from Harlem, right? I keep on wanting to say he's Queens. It's Parker's from Queens, and Miles is Harlem, right? I'm hope, man, do not freaking see me. I have not gone back over this in a while. So, but yeah, I think they're gonna put more in. We'll see. I mean, as we get closer to the release, we'll see. But understand, people were like, we need information on Spider-Man 2. We need this, we need that. Because again, if Sony doesn't give these people information, they can't sit around and get you hype. So that's how sad some people are. And I guarantee the people who said that they didn't care about Microsoft, who didn't know, the reason I got my Xbox is because I've been told by multiple people that Xbox is going to come out with, Stalker 2 and Hellblade, and which I'm excited to see Stalker 2 because I liked Metro. I'm excited to see Hellblade 2 because I liked Hellblade 1. I'm excited to play Forza Motorsports. I haven't played it in years. So that's me. Let me make that clear. That's me. So those, and I've heard that there's going to be a Gears remaster. They're going to redo all three, or the top three. You want to call it that? I don't know about 4 and 5. Don't ask me about that. But I know the first three they are allegedly remastering, similar to what Sony did with The Last of Us. So if they can do that, they bring back, is it Marcus Phoenix? They bring that dude back because they put Master Chief out to the pasture, right? So and I think we'll get an update on the Halo TV show. So yeah, they're fine. I think they're okay. So it's just Xbox is my second console. It always has been, always will be. It was the primary in the 360. That's all I had. And I wasn't crapping all over the PS3 because I knew the PS3 had better technology with the Blu-ray and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that's better technology than what's in the Xbox. But we'll have to wait and see. I got an Xbox to play Starfield. Well, as a backup, if I cannot get my Windows thing to work right, yeah, it'll be the primary for Starfield. So, but yeah, I'm playing Starfield no matter what. The traversal time is crazy. Did you see how fast Miles catapulted? Yeah, remember he did that slingshot that he did? That was actually pretty cool. So I'm interested in that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So but yeah, I'm excited for the game. I am. So but yeah, all that happened is a lot of these fanboys didn't just show up, and they got that's why Chocolate Thunder took him. So, and you got to remember, he got double life. He ain't never getting that. Oh, Nova Red, what did your husband think about Chocolate Thunder? I'm always interested in a woman's point of view about Chocolate Thunder getting double life, and he ain't getting out. He's like, you don't understand. I ain't getting out. excited about Spider. Look, if Marlon's not excited about Spider-Man, I'm excited about Spider-Man. Okay, I can't help him, but you can rest assured I will be talking about it as we get closer and closer. So, so, Two Virgils say you have 3 houses you're familiar with. Well, there you go, man. And congrats on closing on the latest house you got, man. So that if you were Sony, you'd remake PS Home and put online maps and PS game material skins from Sony games you bought. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, with Sony, I wouldn't change a thing. They're going to sell over 100 million consoles. I'm like, yeah, they're doing fine. Let's see here. Yeah, that's true, Corey. Yeah. Peter has senses, allow him to sense things in a predictive fashion. Well, right. I mean, yeah, he thinks that he is your chocolate thun. Oh my God. So does this mean that he got double life and he ain't getting out? So he ain't getting out of the marriage, right? You're like, oh, you don't understand. I ain't never getting out. So now it is Harlem and Queen. Okay, so I had that right. Yeah. And see, if I remember correctly, Silk, the female Spider-Man, Silk, she is from Chinatown, I think. So that's kind of going deep. That's a deep cut. The Chocolate Thunder is like, I know you didn't like the showcase, but I like you. Probably not. Oh, he might be able to. He might be able to. Yeah, somebody said, wouldn't that be a white chocolate? Yeah, I guess there is white chocolate out there. So he can be whatever he wants for her. So that is, he thinks he's the chocolate. He thinks he's Chocolate Thunder. Oh my God, I can imagine what those conversations are like. So I would be laughing if I were to meet you all. So Miles is too nice. Well, I mean, he got with Gwen Stacy, so I don't know. Maybe he's got a little pimp game on him. I don't know. So, but you know, he's a nerd. I mean, he's a nerdy guy. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. So, but again, we'll see. We'll see in a few more months because that game is coming this year apparently. So we're gonna find out. So it will not be delayed out of this year. That is Sony, one of their big launches. I just think it's going to be closer to the end of the year. So I think it'll be close till, October or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. We see a girl figure in the trailer when it's moving other New York. I thought that was Black Cat. So I thought that was Black Cat that they were showing. So, and also they showed Silver Sable, but I thought they picked up and left. Well, that's gonna be interesting. I mean, again, they got a lot of stuff they can go to. So they got a lot of stuff they can go to. So yeah, like No Red's right. They got a lot of characters they can pull from. So they have over 900 they can pull. So we'll see. I mean, we're gonna find out. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We will find out. But yeah, I mean, so we'll talk about it more, but we got the summer showcase coming up. You got Days of Play coming up, and if you're interested, Xbox has their press conference in, 12 days or something like that. So we're going to find out. So it was I thought it was Black Cat, but, I could be wrong because it was real quick, and I'm an old man. So that when a black man and white girl date, that's called swirling. Yeah, vice versa too. When a black woman is trying to date a white man, it's called swirling as well. So I thought when black men and white women did it used to be called jungle fever, but maybe it's changed now. I don't know. So I don't know. My girlfriend is Hispanic and Italian. So, she's got all those dark hair, dark eyebrows, stuff like that. So she's got all that. You hope there's a Wolverine crossover in Spider-Man. It could be. We'll find out. We're going to find out. I think there could be something So, but we'll find out. There's going to be some kind of crossover talking about mutants and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. That'd be nice. So a PS Home Fortnite mod, that would be cool too. A lot of fans of Fortnite. I'm not one of them. It's not my type of game. I'm not going to dog it out though. So I do know that Bungie wants quality with Sony's games as a service. They're not going to let them get away with something trashy. So that's what people crack me up, is that, okay, they're trying to put out quality stuff, and if it doesn't hit a certain standard, it's not going to come out. And people are like, well, they don't know what they're doing. No, the people, they can put those games out, and some of them may hit, but they want the majority of them to hit. So they put out 12. They want 7 to 8 of them to hit. They can probably stand 4 of them crashing. I understand what other people are saying, though, as far as, well, you would think they would put out stuff that people already knew, from Killzone to SOCOM. Though, if they were to come out with that and make them gas games, you would guarantee that those games would be successful. So that's, we'll have to wait though. It's fine. It'll be fine. We're not in a rush. Well, at least I'm not. So oh man, my girlfriend is beautiful. Well, yeah, she's pretty. She is pretty. So, I mean, she doesn't have to wear a lot of makeup. So let's just put it like that. Or what she says is a lot of makeup. So she can be ready. I've always thought the prettiest I have seen her is when she put on this Michigan football jersey, and underneath her, because she's a Michigan fan, and then underneath it, she had on like a yellow sports bra or something like that. And she had on yellow like shorts and blue shoes. That's the cutest I've seen her. So, and I said that. So, well, Marlon says Spider-Man needs to be polished. Again, that's exactly what they're doing. So he'll get his wish. He probably, and you know what? He probably doesn't know that Insomniac said that was an old build. But again, remember, Marlon promised the friggin' moon and a wormhole and aliens at the end of the wormhole, and none of that came true. But that's his fault. What he is going to try to do is say, well, it's not, it's just Sony's fault. It wouldn't shock me if he said, we've been waiting for 2 years and we expected all this. It wouldn't shock me if he said something like that, instead of him just saying, you know what, I got this wrong, guys. So, hesitation, what are you talking about? You hope they don't start doing crossovers? Well, maybe we get some type of, how about an Easter egg? How about a couple Easter eggs? So, fall goes from end of August to the beginning of December. Yeah. It's gonna be hot though. So yeah. So I think we'll get some Easter eggs that they're in the same universe. Maybe it'll be something like a. And also, what was that woman that there was a cop and she got mad? She called, what is it, Wraith? She's supposed to be in it too. So we're going to see a lot of characters. I think we'll get, they did what, 2 or 3 DLCs with the last one. We'll probably get 2 or 3 DLCs with this one. So yeah, I'm excited for it. So I'm very excited. So, yeah. We had rookie NFL camp. OTAs are coming up in a couple of weeks. Then you get the big word, training camp. Get the big one. That's when your offense starts getting installed. Training camp. So first day of training camp is all fun and stuff like that. But the second day, when those installs start going in, it gets harder and harder and harder. So let's see. Yeah, Peter Parker. Well, yeah, like I said, because they promised everything. That's why. That is why. It is that simple. It's not difficult. It ain't rocket science. It is, these guys said X, Y, and Z was going to be there, and they sold a lot on it, and it turned out not to be true. What you got was exactly what they said they were going to put out in their press release, and these cats didn't read it. So And that's all there is to it. I'm not looking at it no further than that. I strongly suggest when Sony puts out or whoever, Microsoft, Sony puts out what's going to be there, that's what you should stick to. And if anything else comes out, it was a bonus. It's a bonus. Because they did show a glimpse of what Haven was doing. They showed a glimpse of Firewall. Then they showed you a big old thing for Spider-Man 2, which is fine. But people it wasn't just Marlon. We gotta, it was a lot of people. They went ahead and they ginned this up way more than it should have been ginned up. So period. I strongly suggest people just read what they're going to do, and you can't go wrong. Okay, if I tell you there's going to be I'm bringing mac and cheese to the cookout. If you come by, I'm making my world famous mac and cheese. Guess what? I'm bringing mac and cheese. Don't think I'm going to come in there with hamburger and steak and stuff like that. Don't sell that. Don't do it. So it is what it is. There were good looking indie games. And again, they said there would be good indie games there. And that's what we saw. But the people who sold you a bill of goods, they're not going to live that. They're not going to let that go. They're not going to say, oh, well, I'm literally trying to open this Amazon package. It's like ridiculous. Hold on. I'm going to have to stab it. Aha. Oh, I can start tanning. Make sure they got the right one. And yes, 4K, Guardians of the Galaxy. All right. Here we go. So it's hard to get hype over CGI though. Well, again, they said they were going to show us a glimpse. That's what they said. That's their own press conference. So are you going to believe Sony or Marlon? Are you going to believe Sony or TCMF? Are you going to believe Sony or are these YouTubers? I mean, it's up to you on who you believe. It's the same with Xbox with the fanboys telling you it's going to do A, B, and C. And it turned out it did exactly what the developer said. I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth. So, it is what it is. So, they're using a hype train. There you go. Peter Parker's right. They were using a hype train for Super Chat. So now they blaming Sony instead of reading the PS blog. Exactly. And the sooner you all realize that's what they did, the sooner you realize that's exactly what they did, you will be fine. You'll be fine. Okay? But if you're going to be, oh, well, I don't know what else to say about it. Seriously. I just don't anymore. I bought a new module for DCS, the F-15E, which is the bomber variant of the F-15C and the B. So I bought the E. That's not out yet. Now, I fully expect this to be a plane that is better at bombing than dogfighting. Now, the people who got early access and were seeing that's what we're seeing. It's not that this thing can't dogfight. It's just it's a bomber first and it's a dogfighter second. So it's just the way the plane is built is bigger than its baby brother. It's bigger than that. Because that's got to carry 2,000-pound bombs on it. So it's gonna fire ARAM missiles because ARAMs can be fired from 25 to 30 miles out, so it can shoot and get out of there. So you can't trust someone that says he's outside. All right. I don't know who is that. I don't know who that is. What's the best mic you can get for around $100? One of the Shures. Try to get them. They're right at $100. I think it's called SHUR or something like that. Shure mic. So now they're playing the outrage card and wanting Xbox fans money to. Yeah, there you go. It wouldn't shock me if that's what Marlon and other people were doing. Wouldn't shock me, but it is what it is. That's why he got called out. I mean, I'll give MBG credit. He critiqued himself. That's all people want. Hey, look, man, you ginned this up way too much than it needed to be. You know, just do better next time. That's all. All right, guys, I'm gonna get on off here. I'm gonna finish playing Mars, surviving Mars. I'm trying to get my colony built. So for the next hour, that's my plan. So you all let me know what you all are gonna be doing later on. Again, that's what I'm playing: surviving Mars, Quantum Break, and I played Madden yesterday. I downloaded the mod of the Bengals that has the Bengals team that we're gonna see on the field this year. We're doing preseason right now. So No Red said don't trust anybody. There you go. No Red, they said glimpse, which in English means something you're gonna see something very small. So which is what we saw. Now, why Marlon didn't read that to his audience that's up to Marlon. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna bounce.